how it works anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, here you can just plant your spring crops and they'll grow, just the spring crops.
Oh, in the dungeon?
Was it just the spring crops? Yeah, because the dungeons have a specific season that they'll always be in. Because
Okay.
there's some crops there are some crops that take like more days than the season has.
Yeah. Okay.
So you need to harvest them in the dungeon.
All right. Fair enough.
The Mist's favorite gift, an emery flower. It takes 100 days to blossom.
Well, it's a good thing that I'm not romancing Mist.
You
Jeez.
can just do it easily. She likes turnips, and those things like take 4 days to harvest.
Mm-hmm. She's
Want
obsessed.
to give her her favorite gift? It's good luck.
Mm-hmm. That is such a ridiculous requirement. Holy fuck.
Or you can just sell it because the emery flower is also the highest selling item in the game.
All right. But the seeds probably cost a lot too, though.
Too. But I'm not sure if there's like a seed replicator in the game.
I don't think there is.
I know Rune Factory Frontier had it, and
Mhm.
the second one had it.
Then it might, maybe. I know there are like Frontier has its problems, but I really love Frontier. Like from what I've played of it.
A Frontier as in how it is?
Yeah, I love all the town people. I love the town design. I love the game. It's just the Rune system. Jesus Christ.
The town design, no, the Rune system is actually the only thing that I wish they had eliminated from the game. The only thing, because it affects how fast your crops grow, and then you're just there. And those damn water Runes keep eating everything else.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, when I go to play it for the stream, there's a specific guide that I'm going to follow for it. Because there was a guide on YouTube where it was like basically there was a system to where you kept your farm a specific way, and it wasn't like a grass Rune farm or anything. I forget what it was exactly, but you made your Runes were like basically produced through your farm, and then every month at the end of the month you would go to each one of the different locations in the town and grab all the Runes and then evenly distribute them again.
Yeah, because the thing is that in your farm they won't eat each other.
Mm-hmm.
When you can just keep them in your farm or in storage, and then you can send them where you need them to be.
Yeah. Fuck! That's the only thing I don't like about this. Alright, there we go. I was determined to platinum Cage too, and then it was 11 AM. That sounds like a problem. At least you have it done again, though. Is that all the game? No, you still have to. You would have to platinum Birth by Sleep again if you wanted to platinum all the games there. Alright. I wonder if I can get a level this time. Ow. Yeah, I know. I wouldn't want to play as Terra again either, but I mean...
Is Terra horrible in Kingdom Hearts?
He was just very, very slow in a game where, like, all the other characters that you could control had a whole bunch of mobility options and everything, and it was just like, you have this hulking...
Terra was basically the wall.
Yeah, he was the tank. But it's just, in a game like Kingdom Hearts, tanks aren't fun to play.
All about mobility and having... Yeah, I can understand.
Mobility and spells, in my opinion. That's what makes Aqua fun to me. Alright. That's a decent amount of them done. I should buy seeds for this.
Because they never really tell you when you can go get the permit.
Mm-hmm. what's the requirement to use the return spell? Because I can't use it right now. Oh wait, I'm silenced. How long?
Yeah, I was going to mention that, but you need to go to the doctor.
I know. I forgot that I was silenced. I said that happened like last time I was in this dungeon, and it's been a while.
I think in the later games, when you fall asleep, the silence status effect leaves you.
Yeah, no, in the later games, all status effects leave. Like, sleeping is just basically a cure-all.
Yeah, but not in this one.
Yeah. Well, I mean, this game has a lot of differences. You can tell that it's the first, aka, why the fuck do you get a game over when you die?
You can tell, yeah, and before you just woke up inside and all the rest, you just wake up in the nurse's office, in the clinic.
This is the library.
Or because you just wasted the entire day, basically.
Yeah.
For the most part.
That's punishment enough. It's just like, it's so frustrating to get really far in a dungeon and be like, ugh. 200
Actually,
gold.
the punishment is also when they charge you. And in Rune Factory 3, when they charge you, they take it off a percentage of your money.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that hurt.
Really high.
That hurt. But that was kind of my plan in 4 for a while, because I was like severely underpowered. Like I didn't have any good equipment or anything. So my whole game plan was just to be broke and go into a dungeon and like get killed. Yeah, you're probably right. I'm glad that's gone. That phase of my life is gone.
Like when you had long hair.
Yeah. My for people in real life, the only comparisons I had was that either I looked like a caveman or I looked like Jesus, and one of them could be flattering depending on who you ask. The other one, not so much. What's over here?
I can get it. It's far more double-edged than it sounds.
Yeah. Toro's Cave. Unauthorized entry prohibited. A frigid world where fall vegetables might survive. Oh, okay. So it tells you what season the dungeon is if you look on that.
Exactly.
Oh, wait. Maybe I should go talk to that one villager that's up here.
You mean the lady that's hidden in there?
Yeah. I forget where she is.
I think she's the hardest lady to romance, just because she lives so far away, and she only really comes out in certain days.
Yeah, well, in terms of, like, what you would have to do to, like, raise the level, you're probably right, but, like, it's basically impossible to marry one of the girls now because of, like, the Rune Factory 1's marriage system. You had to...
it takes a long time.
I forget what her name is. The girl in the inn, that's, the Asian of this game.
Mine?
Yeah, you basically can't marry her anymore. Because, her marriage requirement was, like, a really rare fish that you had to trade to get up to, like, level 100 or something. And, like, that was using the Nintendo DS Wi-Fi. So you can't do that anymore because the DS Wi-Fi is gone unless you have 2 copies of Rune Factory 1 and trade it between games.
Yeah, that is worth it.
So May is no longer possible, or basically no longer possible to marry. I don't even know who I'll marry in this game.
Why they gave such such a high, how do we say this? Such high requirements.
It really was. God damn it, I don't have a fishing pole yet.
Are you going for? From all the ladies.
I don't know yet.
Come in. Thanks for coming, as always.
Let's see. Do you sell fishing rod? No, you don't. I'm either gonna... It's probably either gonna be like Rosetta or Felicia or someone.
Felicia, one of the 3 girls that doesn't appear in Frontier.
Oh, hey. You gonna maybe a fishing rod? Give me a fishing rod, please. Thank you. Oh, the Goon lineage? Hold on, I'll show you. My friend's talking in chat, and I had him play Rune Factory Tides Destiny in 3, so he knows about the one family. The Saint Day Coquilles. Hey, my dude! How's it going? Jasper.
They're all extremely quirky.
Yeah.
Well, at least the main household person.
Mm-hmm.
The second one is a fat mayor-looking guy.
Mm-hmm.
He's a obese chef.
Yeah. I like him, though. He's nice. He's like one of the only like Saint Day Coquilles that are like 100% nice, except for like I forget what her name is from Tides of Destiny.
Yeah, she's the minor, the Beatrice something.
But yeah, it was Beatrice. Beatrice was nice, and she kind of ran her side of the family to like death though, because like she just spent a lot of her money trying to mine and find treasure.
Just trying to mine the whole thing
Yeah.
until she gets her riches from diamonds or whatever.
Mm-hmm. I think like those were her favorite gifts too.
Said, "Ah, finally I can get out of death."
Mm-hmm. I liked her daughter, but I didn't like her design. Like I liked her personality.
Extra.
Yeah. She was nice. But it was just a problem with like the big poofy dress combined with like the hair buns. I don't think that looked nice. And I was like, okay, I'll just...
I think it's because they just try to make like an inverted Bianca.
Yeah, it was basically just like reverse.
She looks the same, just with the exact opposite personality.
Yeah, basically. I like Bianca. I don't know if I like Bianca in this game, but I like Bianca in Frontier.
It also applies in this one, but Bianca is super easy to raise affection points because just by talking to her, she increases her love points faster than her friend points.
Yeah, Sherman was nice. He had his weird gimmick, but I mean, he was nice. Yeah, this is Rune Factory 1.
Don't worry, we're also talking about Rune Factory Frontier.
We're basically talking about every Rune Factory that isn't 2.
If you keep the fishes for, well, don't keep these fish, but if you keep them, you can cook them later, and they can help increase your RP in dungeons.
All right. Basic fodder though.
What?
I can't cook yet, so that's gonna take a little bit. It's just gonna be faster. What's wrong with 2? No, I don't think anything's necessarily wrong with 2. That's just kind of like the least talked about of them, from my experience.
Well, basically, yeah.
Oh.
Although 2 has a system that really hasn't been done yet.
Oh, the second generation system.
Yeah, but I think that's also because the second generation you're playing an 8-year-old or a 7-year-old basically.
Yeah. I think it's funny though because you have like the little kid marriages, like it's where they just playing pretend basically.
Marriages.
Yeah, I think it's really funny and like neat. I'm not gonna marry Melody.
Then the boy character can just marry both of the twins, and you're like, oh my god, my son!
Yeah, the only way to get a harem. Holy shit, this is taking a long time. Why isn't... Whatever.
Oh, it's very RNG if you ever get a fish. That and getting a better fishing pole.
Yeah. All I'm getting is sardines. This is not enjoyable. Where's my flavor?
Also, it depends on, how do I say, the fishing pole, the fishing locations, because in dungeons you get different fish.
Oh, okay. Might be worth it.
better in Refactory and all the other Rune Factories because you can see the outline of the fish, and then you can just pick them up.
Yeah. Oh my god, this is... I think I told this story. I might have told you this story before, but I honestly can't remember. In Rune Factory Ties of Destiny, I made it my mission before, like, I ended the game. I wanted, like, put the game down for, like, until whenever I would play it again. I wanted to platinum the game, get all the trophies on it, because I was playing the PS3 version. And, there is a really annoying trophy in that game where you have to either fish up 1,000 fish or 10,000 fish. I can't remember for sure. But there was, like,
I think it was 1,000 fish, yeah.
There was a period of my life where I just, like in real life, I got up every day and, like, basically fished the entire day just so I could get that trophy. And I was like, this is taking way too long.
No, not today.
Fishing was a really good way to get money in Tides of Destiny, though. And it was really easy because it was, okay, it was Rune Factory Oceans.
In Rune Factory Oceans, Tides of Destiny. Yeah, I know both. I know both names, so it's not a problem. But I think it's the economy in Tides of Destiny is so busted in your favor.
It really
you can get
is.
rich fast.
You really can. Like, selling basically anything gets you a lot of money in Tides of Destiny. Plus, you have the bartering system. Or the...
Oh man, you can just leave your slaves tending to your crops in the islands.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Rune Factory Tides of Destiny's economy was absolutely busted. Why?
Having Ymir pick up the islands, have the islands there, the monster fights.
Mm-hmm.
To go the deal, they were kind of fun.
I like Tides of Destiny, but I understand why it's, like, kind of a little bit mediocre a game.
I like it too. I honestly don't have a problem with it.
My favorite part was the friend that's talking in chat. I was trying to show off Rune Factory to him. This was, like, because I was, like, enthralled in playing Tides of Destiny. It was my first time playing a Rune Factory game. So I was just trying to show it off, and, like, I was trying to show it off and have a good time and everything, and then all of a sudden, like, I went and talked to Violet, that's who I married, and there was a line in that game where fucking they messed up and didn't have the line properly coded. So they had, like, the first attempt of the line, and then the voice actress was like, "Oh, I'll do it again," and, like, in her regular voice, and then she went back to her Violet voice, and I was like, "Oh."
Who's this?
Oh, it's a holiday.
Voice
Okay, I can
actors
probably
in
go
Tides
time.
of Destiny. I don't think they're not very well known.
What?
Voice actors in Tides of Destiny, they're all either new or just not very well known.
Yeah, it was a bit underground of a project. The voice acting it varied from either good to, like, a little bit stilted.
You know that the man who voices the gay priest as it is the same guy who voices Goku, Kyle Hebert or Herbert.
Jeez.
It'd be funny, but I don't think Jedi's listening right now.
Yeah.
Hey Jedi, Goku was a gay priest at one point.
Yeah. Thanks, voice acting. Why haven't I done these yet? I want to get an upgraded axe so I can get rid of these big logs, like, right away. It's always one of the more satisfying experiences, but it's also annoying when you start up a new Rune Factory game and it's just like, I don't have the tools to get rid of all this ugly shit on the land.
Yeah, basically, sometimes really how long the game is because you don't have the tools required to go through everything around you.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Nothing. You waited like 3 years to get rid of big logs in Stardew Valley. Yeah, that's kind of how it goes.
Yeah, in all games basically, except for
Tides of Destiny.
Yeah, it's Tides of Destiny because you don't really have to farm.
Yep. There are no big trees to get rid of. You can only plant trees.
Taming is so easy in that game. You can just let the monsters do it for you.
Basically. It really was its own kind of game. It's almost kind of like, not in terms of like what the game is, but like in terms of like the fact that it's its own game. It kind of reminds me of Rune Factory 1 in that regard. Fucking miss. Ugh.
I think it's because Rune Factory Oceans was way more than farming. I guess that's why it feels a lot more different.
The dungeons were also a lot different. Like, a lot more different than what a random dungeon from this game would be. Like, there was puzzle, like...
Long, very expansive. It was pretty fun, though.
Yeah, I like the dungeons. There was only, like, a couple that I didn't like, and I honestly... Like, the fire dungeon I didn't enjoy, I don't think. But I can't
like the monsters inside the dungeon, in the fire dungeon.
That's another thing I kind of am a bit wary about with Tides of Destiny is that monsters kind of like varied from either real or not monsters, bosses either varied from really fucking hard to really easy. Like I got stuck on the first boss forever.
And
the little mole dude.
all right.
The mole that kind of went underground and like basically if you got hit by him once because of the way that damage worked in Rune Factory Tides of Destiny, you got stun locked to death from one attack. Alright, I need to go talk to
It's all about movement in that match.
It's about movement in a lot of them. Oh, hey Bianca.
Morning.
What if I got a statue of me put up? Good idea, eh? Somehow.
How did you like the big reveal at the end? Who was the man in the mask?
I thought it was pretty obvious, but... Wait, where the fuck am I going? But no, I liked it. I liked the game. I didn't like the requirement where... I mean, I was already on the path because I wanted to platinum the game, but I didn't like the requirement to put her back in her body.
Oh yeah, because that means no, actually no.
You had to...
You mean the requirement that to end the plot, or the requirement to...
Yeah, basically the requirement to end the plot where you had to get everyone's affection up to a certain point to get
for the 4 dudes. Hey Ivan.
Hey, totally not my brother.
Yeah, there's a spoiler there.
God damn, you're expensive.
The shelf is for storage, the table set I think is for the kitchen.
Small table. Okay. Do I have what? How much money do I have? The answer is probably like none, but okay, 13k. I can buy. Let me buy a shelf.
I buy the shelf. The table won't be of much use until you expand the house and you get the kitchen area.
Why am I so poor? Because everything is so expensive. That's why. And because I'm only like 13 days into the game.